Hi friends, this is Tina and welcome to my new video where I'm going to be creating all my weekly spreads for July. I made my first weekly in my latest video where I also set up my whole July theme, so go check that out if you haven't already. I'm going to have the video linked in the cards and in my description. My theme for July is European cities, and in this video I will also paint many colorful buildings. For my first weekly spread, I again went with one of my most used layout that I've so far done in all of my setup videos here on YouTube. I'm sorry if my videos sometimes feel boring when I'm making similar layouts over and over again, and I hope you still enjoy these videos. Obviously my paintings are always different, but if you are here to find some layout inspo, I might not be the perfect person for that. But in this layout there's a big painting on the bottom right, and for my dailies I have longer daily boxes with a lot of writing space. I painted this street with yellow and orange buildings on both sides. I took a little painting break between filming this video and my last one, and I feel like it was very hard to go back to painting these buildings. I was really struggling making this one and it took way more time than the other ones, but luckily it turned out fine. I really had to force myself to film this video and make these weeklies because I just had a lack of motivation to create anything. I had just come home after a weekend of midsummer celebration and I just felt so tired and socially exhausted that I just had to take a little break. I have noticed now, especially during this year of COVID and not really leaving home as much, I get so tired after seeing friends nowadays. It has gotten really exhausting to socialize, and obviously it's so nice seeing friends once in a while, but I definitely noticed that I need to recover a lot longer than before. By the way, this notebook that I'm using here is called Rêverie and it's from a small business called Mellow Days. It has 160 GSM watercolor paper and it's perfect for painting. I've truly enjoyed using this for a little while now. If you'd like to get one for yourself, you can use my code TINA10 to get 10% off from Mellow Days website. I will have the affiliate link and other info in my description, and I will also have a link in the cards and in the description if you want to see me trying out and reviewing this notebook. I want to say I do get a small commission every time someone uses my code or a link to purchase items from Mellow Days, but you don't need to pay anything extra. It's just a great way to support your favorite creators. I also have all my used products, discount codes and socials listed down below. For my next spread, I made this diagonal painting and I had my dailies in the sides of the pages with a big box for notes. I really love the color scheme of this painting, and overall I enjoyed making this one because I was also able to relax with it a bit more and not stress over trying to make it perfect. It's sometimes fun to realize that when you're more casual about something, it might actually turn out so much better than when you're spending more time on it and trying to perfect it. Since I don't have that many videos to post this month bullet journal wise, I was thinking that I could make a couple of beginner painting tutorials with limited supplies, so it could be more accessible for those who don't own all the products in the world. I know that many of my followers and subscribers are beginners in painting or maybe have not even painted at all, and I also remember starting and feeling totally overwhelmed because I didn't either have all the products or the tutorials just looked too hard, and I would love to help you start painting. Please leave a comment down below if you would be interested in that, and maybe if you have some painting ideas for me. I already have a couple of ideas, and both of those paintings fit so well with summer, so I might start with that if you're interested in this whole idea. When I was painting this door, it looked totally symmetrical for me because I was looking at this page from an angle, but when I stopped filming and looked at it from the above, I definitely noticed how it was a bit crooked and asymmetrical, but that's totally fine. I also painted a big tree here in the right side with pretty pink flowers. This layout itself again looks a bit too empty, and I wish I would have gone for maybe colored dots for the daily numbers to spice it up a bit and make it more interesting. I don't know if I'm the only one, but drawing and creating lines is usually my least favorite part of creating a spread. And that's especially when I'm also filming because I get very impatient and it's hard to resist putting my head in the frame all the time to check if the lines are straight. I really like how this painting turned out, and the color scheme is super fun. Now let's get on to the next weekly spread. This is definitely my favorite one I made for July. I made one squared box for each day of the week and painted the dots pastel pink, but I actually ended up changing it in the end. I used another much used layout here, and I went with 3 Santorini inspired paintings. I couldn't make this theme without including some famous Santorini colors and scenes. The painting that has little houses is painted from imagination, so I don't think it necessarily has that Santorini vibe, but I think it fits together with the other paintings anyway. This layout for me is always the most recreated and popular one when I post pictures of it on Instagram, and it's so fun to see how much people like it. I don't even know why this, out of all the ones that I've made, stays so popular every time I make it again, but it's also just so practical, and it has a perfect amount of writing space while still being a nice looking spread that works in almost every theme you could imagine because of the versatility. I was mixing many pastel colors and just started coloring in these houses. I wasn't really trying to plan anything ahead or think of the color placement too deeply, and I think in the end it worked fine. I took a dark brown shade and colored in the windows, and then used a white Jelly Roll pen to color in any window frames or details. I think it was way easier to use a white gel pen instead of white gouache because I was able to work more precisely. I actually didn't like how this painting looked before the white details, and I'm so happy I kinda went crazy with it because it definitely took this painting to another level. Next, I worked on this painting that has stairs and this pretty orangey pink building on the left side. I was looking at a real image, and luckily it had very easy shadows, so I just worked with a couple of different shades in each building, and for example, the pinkish house had a middle shade. I used to color in almost the whole building, but then I mixed darker and a lighter shade and worked with those. For the last painting, I just made this blue domed building and used different shades of grey for the walls. Again, I didn't really think about the color placement ahead, but I'm glad it actually ended up looking good because I could have easily messed it up. I thought this spread looked a bit bland, so I took some lighter colored craft paper and cut out some squares to glue them on top of some of my daily boxes, and I think it made the spread a bit more interesting. I also colored the number dots black, but I think in the end I could have gone for a lighter shade to keep this spread more cohesive. Now let's make my last weekly spread for July. I just painted this ocean scene with 2 bicycles on the front. When I was making this, I think it was already 1 AM and I just wanted to get this done, so I have to admit I was kind of rushing it, and if I had more time I would have worked on it and cleaned it up a lot more. I chose a pastel blue shade for the sky, but I think it turned out a little darker than I would have liked, and I also made the clouds very dramatic unintentionally. I painted the ocean with a very greenish blue shade and just took my white gouache and painted white lines and dots on top. I have never painted any bicycles or other vehicles, and it actually was way harder than I thought. I was just using one shade to paint the bicycles, but they just ended up looking very flat. Overall, the wheels are asymmetrical and I left so many details out and also forgot some things too, but at the same time, this is just my bullet journal and not a gradable schoolwork, so I guess it's okay to sometimes leave it kinda unfinished and imperfect. Again, for my dailies, I made these squared boxes, but this time I combined Saturday and Sunday, so there would be more writing space in each box. That's it for my weekly spreads for July. I'm just quickly going to flip through all the pages I made in this video. If you're still here, maybe leave your favorite yellow emoji down in the comments. I really hope you liked this video, and I also hope to see you in my next one. Bye bye!